To defy the odds, you have to risk everything and take chances. At Old Nation Brewing Company, we did just that. From an unknown startup brewery to standing alongside national craft brands in just under a decade, we remain one of the last of the large, independently owned breweries in Michigan. Our beer is respectfully brewed using only the highest quality ingredients, and we don't cut corners. With the times changing for everyone, one thing that stays the same is Old Nation's respect for great beer and the people who love it. We're growing in cans produced and fans made. When you taste our beer, you'll know why.
All right, we are revisiting the trade deadline and just seeing where you guys are at with it. Drop 2 or 3 to the Phils. There's no shame in it, no crime. But look, it's just pretty clear. When you play good teams, you don't look nearly as sweet. And that happens to a lot of teams. But if the goal's the World Series, I don't know how you can have a trade deadline like that. And I just want to be clear about one thing. If good is good enough for you guys, that doesn't mean you're bad people. Okay? Hell, a lot of people think I'm bad because it's championship or nothing. And oh my God, you must be miserable. It's like, well, I don't know, man. I can't be anybody else. And this is how it works for me. This is how it works in many big sports cities. The point I'm making to you is this. I don't like straw man arguments. When Scott Harris talks about, I didn't want to make deals I was going to regret, no one was asking you to buy rentals by giving up top 100 prospects. No one. No one. Not me. Not any of my coworkers. When you talk about trading for Yohan Duran, you're trading for a guy that's signed this year, next year, and the year after. Yeah, I'm going to have to give up a top 100 prospect. And you know what? I'm okay with that. Because I have arguably the best closer in the sport for 3 years. I'm sorry, but none of these prospects will contribute anything in the way of what Duran's going to give you now, next year, and the year after. So that's what I don't like. I can't scream about not getting a right-handed bat. Not many bats I cared about moved. The Suarez thing, I would have loved it. But I understand if you didn't want to give up your number 6 or 7 prospect for a guy who's gone in 3 months. But to me, it is unacceptable if you really are trying to win the World Series, if you are burning to win the World Series. This can't be here's some names, including, Paul Sewald's been dead all year. You know what I mean? And again, I have nothing against Brandon Finnegan. I think he can help you.
That to me was probably the best move that they made.
But I wanted a hammer like Duran.
Right. But Finnegan was that marginal arm that I thought you would add in the bullpen.
Yep. And I don't have anything. There's nothing wrong with the Charlie Morton thing. Reese Olson out, Charlie Morton in. Bottom line is I don't want that guy pitching for me in the playoffs at age 41, 42, whatever the hell Charlie is.
41.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's, for me, it's just, I want to know where people are at. Kenny, what's the early returns on ticket text? We'll get to the phone callers. Look, if you're going, geez, how come Mike's not throwing a chair across the room? Because I don't have it in me. Because they've told me who they are. I've told you who they are. It's wait for the kids. It's the slow burn. It's stay good. Low risk quotient, and just stick to the plan. And I think it's very Tampa Bay Rays, which, by the way, there are a lot worse organizations, but let's check that Tampa Bay Ray title update desk. And again, if you like your team being good and interesting, it's daiquiri time. Cool. That's cool. I don't sit in that seat. Mm-hmm. I want a trophy case. Kenny, go ahead, buddy.
The Tigers have failed this deadline. They will lose in the ALDS to Seattle. Well, I think constantly being good and always competitive keeps the window open to always win a ring. That's from Rick. Here's another one. Finding it very hard to be a fan of a team with such low expectations.
Well, okay, let's go to people, see what everybody's got to say. And again, I think people will be all over the map on this thing. I don't think this is a town that has super high expectations. I would imagine 2/3 to 1/3 will say, I'm totally good with it. It's better than the last decade and fun.
And that's just it, Mike. It's fun. It's hanging out at the park with slick back hair Kenny because we're not the laughing stock of the league.
Can I just say one thing? Do you know what's not fun? Matt Vierling batting leadoff on Sunday Night Baseball. I'm sorry, that's not fun.
Face of franchise.
That is not fun. Let's go to Dre in Southfield, 97.1. Dre, what's going on, bud? And Dre. All right, we'll check that phone line. Kenny looks confused and is scratching himself. All right, we'll go to Alan, 97.1. Alan, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good. I'm feeling you. We talked a few weeks ago whether there was going to be urgency, and we, I think, agreed, let's wait and find out at the trade deadline. There was a little bit of urgency pitching-wise. I'll give them maybe a B- with what they did. I mean, they did give up one guy they put a lot of money into, or decent money into, in the signing bonus, that switch-hitting catcher. They gave him up. So they had some urgency, maybe not enough in the bullpen, but they had some urgency with pitching. With the position players, they showed no urgency. So I give them an F. I don't know if Suarez would have been the answer, but they're playing 5 guys every day. They're playing Gleyber Torres, Baez, for the most part, Torkelson, Riley Green, and Dingler. And they're relying on magic and cuteness platooning the other guys. They look better against the righties with the left-handers, but I agree with you about Vierling at leadoff. And sometimes, didn't they have Andy Ibanez batting third? That's a little concerning. And then I'm glad they played the Phillies, because it showed they can't compete with a team with Kyle Schwarber and the first baseman, the home run hitter or whatever. Yeah, Harper. And so, listen, they can make a move on waivers and potentially improve the team, but they're relying on magic. I thought last year in the postseason, I didn't expect them to beat Houston. Once they did, I thought they were going to beat Cleveland. Cleveland had Kwan and their third baseman, which were better than what we had, but they got clutch performances, and not getting it this year, from Lane Thomas and the other guy. So,
yeah, and look, Alan, you can catch lightning in a bottle. I mean, I go back to it a couple of years ago. Texas barely got in, caught fire, won the World Series. I am not saying with any authoritative statement that they can or can't. I didn't think you were a World Series team going into the deadline. I don't think you're one now. Could easily be wrong. Baseball's weird. But, man, when you look at this and you look at this lineup, I mean, Parker Meadows, whether he's here or not, has been dreadful. Matt Vierling has been dreadful. Guys like Baez and Dingler have come back down to earth. Riley Green is your best player. He's not had a good July. Some of these at-bats are really bad. So there is against bad teams, everybody will look good. The rest of this month, Rico, have you looked at their schedule? Yeah. I mean, they're playing the equivalent of the Bad News Bears. Right. They will win games.
Right. They're going to look great, and it's going to be, see, they made the right moves.
And my point to you will still be 19-26.
I'm with you.
It's what you do against the good teams that gives you a window into who you really are.
Which is why I was really interested in what happened this weekend. So, yeah.
I'll get to the phone calls. We got the phone line straightened out. We'll get more to calls. We got football to cover. We do have a little Lions discussion. Nothing crazy. No, there will be no breakdown of the Hall of Fame game. No, there will be no, oh, my God, the battle for the 7th wide receiver. Not on this show, there won't be. Wake me up when they play the Packers.
It's Tesla.
I don't care. La. 248-539-9797.